Here we have a 98 to 2000 Lexus LS400, and the process is going to be the same for pretty much all 95 to 2000 Lexus LS400. So we're going to do the speedometer removal, and first step is you want to lower your steering wheel as far down as it goes and then as far towards you. That's going to aid in the removal process. If your steering wheel doesn't work anymore or your motor's bad, you will have to remove the panel right here, and underneath the duct you will find two 14mm or 17mm nuts holding the steering column in place. You remove those nuts, the entire steering column will drop down, and then you can have access to the gauge cluster. So that's a separate thing. But for now, we're just going to talk about how to get it out in this fashion. So first step, aside from moving the wheel, is you're going to grab your favorite pry tool. This car is essentially junk, so I'm not concerned about using a screwdriver here. But you want to use a plastic trim removal tool and pop the left, or the right and the left side of the dimmer switch assembly and the odometer trip button, and then this thing just pops out of here. Now once this is out, you have two plugs, one on the right and then one on the left. This plug has the tab on top. Nope, it's on the inside, so the clip you want to push is on this side. That's going to free this assembly. Let me see if I can do this while holding the camera. Okay, so we've got, and then for this you can use a smaller screwdriver or just something to push that little tab just like so, and then it'll come up. And then same process on the other side here. This one is just a blue connector. You can actually probably use your finger on this one while pulling the bezel out. Alright, so once that's done, your wipers are going to come on to let you know you did a good job. And then the only other tool you're going to need here is a Phillips screwdriver number 2. There's a black screw here. Where are the hazards on this thing? I don't even know. Oh, they're there. Why are the hazards on? That's the question. Oh, the blinker's on. Okay, there we go. Phillips screw. There's one on the right and there's one on the left. There's only 2 screws holding the cluster in. This is probably going to drop down into the abyss. I will prevent that from happening by holding the screw and holding the camera. Some skills. And then the left one here. We've seen dealers charge customers like $200–300 to do this. So we kind of shake our heads every time someone says, well, I got to pay the dealer $300 every time I need my cluster taken out. It's kind of absurd because, you know, I can essentially do it one-handed here. It only takes me maybe 60 seconds to get this thing out of here if I have both hands. Now on top you will see there's like a little indentation on the right and the left here, like a little hole, and all you do is pop it like, and you will see once you pop it out of the instrument panel assembly, there's just 2 tabs that hold the top portion of the cluster, and once that's done, your cluster's out. That's it. Now all you gotta do is wiggle it out of the hole, which sometimes is a little bit difficult. Again, one-handed, not very easy. I should clip the camera somewhere, but I'm stubborn. There we go. So now what you need to do is turn the headlights on and the wipers a third and fourth time, and reach your hand behind here and unplug each of the connectors. On the 98 to 2000 there are, I want to say 4. There's 2 on the right and then 2 on the left side. See, you can kind of get it free a little bit. Turn on the wipers again for good measure. And then, sorry about the lighting on this side. Let's see what I can do. There you can see the blue connector. And I'll do the same thing over here. I'll just push the tab and then pull the connector out. And actually this only has 3. So that's it. The gauge cluster is out. Installation is the opposite of removal. And here you can see your little retainer tabs for where the cluster locks in. Right there, there's no screws. And on the 95 and up, you don't have to worry about the airbag light coming on when you remove the gauge cluster. That's only a 90 to 94 thing. So that's it. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, let me know. If you want to know how to take any of this stuff out, let me know, or the ECU or whatever. But typically the cluster is what we get a lot of questions about. Also, these vents are near impossible to find in good condition because they just break. There are kits on eBay to rebuild these, so if you have one that's kind of broken, keep it, because you're never going to be able to find a better one. They're all broken like this. So keep that in mind. There's a kit on eBay for that. Climate controls, don't really have a lot of problems with these. The screens are good, they stay good, the lighting stays good. The Pioneer, the premium head units, these screens sometimes go bad. We can still get new ones of those. I think we have a service on the website for screen repair. We cannot do the Nakamichi. Those screens are never available, not aftermarket, but they were just never available to purchase. So you're kind of stuck. For the Nakamichi stuff, we do carry good used screens on Nakamichi. When we find them, we pull them out and we'll sell them. So if you have a really bad one that's all black and bleeding, typically we have good Nakamichi screens. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care.